I am live, I think. Guys, going seeing the camera like this. I normally don't do this kind of live stream. Let me see here. YouTube. Normally, I play games on my live streams. I barely do this, especially not this late. Um, Let me see here. If I'm live, I am live. I'm live, definitely. Just gonna write down here. I see this grouping. Um, Let me just look at the sound here as I normally do when I'm. Okay, it works. I look here. Um, what were we going to talk about? The Nintendo Switch 2. I have it right here. Okay, right here. This is the Switch, and this is the screen. I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea how this camera works, so I'm gonna be a little bit clumsy. It's quite big, in my opinion. The icons are really easy to like take off. So on the screen is also bigger. You guys can see what I have been playing if the screen will focus. The camera ain't great, but we do what we have here, right? So, but the hardware on the Switch is stronger than the Switch 1, which, in my opinion, is a plus. Coming from a PlayStation console to Switch, I do see I do see a difference in graphics, but it is one. It isn't that bad graphically. It's quite good and relaxing for the eyes. I have been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza on the console, and it's been a lot of fun. And I have been playing Mario Kart World, which came bundled with the Switch, and I have spent 10 hours equally on both games, and I am probably gonna get a lot more hours into those games the more I get to play those. Me personally, I bet I probably get like 25 hours or more out of both games, yeah, I have nothing else to say except that. But they're both equally fun games, and I enjoy them on even playing handheld or on in dock mode. Me personally, I mostly play dock, but if I'm in bed or something or sitting outside, you guys see that there's a window behind me here. Sometimes I sit outside of there and play on the Switch. I have done that one time. The sun was up. I couldn't see the screen, and I went inside and played on my monitor, which is right there. Uh, yeah, I actually tried that once. I didn't lie. But the Switch, it's bigger, and more enjoyable in my opinion. I thought Because I had a Switch 1, which I barely never used, and now I have a Switch 2, which I apparently have used more. So that's a bonus. I have tried like other games on the Switch, which is kind of more demanding, like Overwatch. Uh, when I have been playing on dock mode, I put my ear in the fan. Uh, it can be really loud, which you should expect when you're in dock mode and playing Overwatch. But it's kind of interesting to hear how much wind or how much the console uses its powers to be as graphically as good as a PlayStation 4 on even on Xbox Series S, which I also have. Uh, an Xbox Series S is a little bit stronger than a Switch 2, but they are very similar graphically. I have seen that and heard it, so they're both graphically and as powerful as each other. So then we have the Pro controller. This one. It gets the Pro controller. I have I did hear about it before I bought it a few days ago. I heard that the plastic of it was more quieter than the original Pro, which I have. I don't have the original Pro controller right in front of me right now, so I can't really like prove anything that I'm saying. But it gets more quieter. Like you may hear something, but it gets more quieter, especially on this one. And there's actually buttons. I don't know how under here where my finger are pressing. I have no idea what they're for. They're just there. I don't know why they exist. They're just there. So yeah, it is an enjoyable console hybrid. One of the better like handheld consoles I have been playing. I did have a Steam Deck for a while, but I sold that one because I never really got into it, and I have a Switch One OLED, which I still have, but barely even played on that. Or I did play it more on a Steam Deck, but when I have the Switch 2 around here and play on that way more now, I don't have a use for the Switch 1, so I am trying to give that Switch 1 to my brother, but he don't want to have that one. But the Switch 2 is one of the better consoles I have been playing in a long time, and it reminds me of what games should really be. So, but if you're thinking about getting Switch One, yeah, if you want to get a Switch One, then there you go, get a Switch One. But if you're thinking about getting Switch Two, like better graphics, better everything else, basically, then you should get a Switch Two. And I promise you, uh, it is a fun console, especially after the Scream Machine prices. It's cheaper technically, and you can take it everywhere on a train, bus, airplane, even at your grandma's house. So yeah, I would highly recommend getting the Switch 2. Even the Pro controller, I would recommend getting for a better, more profound gaming experience. Because I have had a lot of fun with the Switch 2. So anyway, I'm just yapping at this point. Because how do I um what what does oh, hold on here, hold on. If I do hold on here, specs. Can I yeah? Nintendo has like a site here. Let me see if I have no idea if this is gonna work. Uh, Let me see here. Let me look at my phone here. So we are seeing the same thing here. Uh, yeah, we are seeing the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, we have the specs. Nintendo Switch 2. If you just dock, this is the dock. Charge the consoles and connect it to a TV output LED, and USB 2.0 ports. Yeah, it does have that on the Switch. I have it right in front of me here. Size, we got the size, weight, ports, approximately 4.5 inches tall, 7.9 inches wide, 2 inches thick. The height include the OM. Yeah, and then we got the Joy-Cons back, and this right here can be used as a mouse, if you didn't know. But I want to look at the specs. On these, you can attach for a better mouse experience. Um, this you can put the controllers to be more like a pro controller. Uh, how to buy? I already have a Switch. Um, Let me look here. I want to look at the specs or uh, tu- 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 tu. Let me look here. Hardware, hardware. Yeah, here you got the Switch 1 and 2. You can see how different the controllers are, and even the dock and yeah. Hardware, Nintendo Switch 2 hardware and accessories. Yeah, no, no, I don't want to give feedback. Uh, how do I even look at the hardware? I know, I know that this is hardware, but I want to look at specs and Yeah, we ain't going anywhere with this, I think. I have no idea how I'm looking at the screen at the moment. Yeah, I'm currently, yeah, I'm not perfect here. Yeah, so I see myself there, so that's good. Uh, yeah, I love Kurt, have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. I'm gonna stop sharing here. I'm now back to big screen. I have been live for 15 minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere near as. I mean, we could look at like PlayStation Plus, or not PlayStation Plus, but like PlayStation stopping physical media. That's why I got the Switch originally. So why am I looking brighter on that screen than on this screen? It may be due to the live screen. So anyway, I do have a bunch of comics behind me here. So if you guys are interested in a comic book like video or live stream, there's quite click down here. I also have a ton of movies that I would like to like show off because I'm a big movie nerd. So yeah, but the Switch 2 is a great console, and if you don't realize that already, you should get a Switch 2. It's a must have, I think. It have changed my life, and it could very well change your life. I see you all in the next live stream. Thank you for watching. Bye.